Alright guys, let's continue from where we left off. And in this video we're going to finish the fenders and move on to this other side panel. So let's get to this real quick. Now before we do anything else, before we modify this fender right here, I want us to unhide the front fenders guide over here. Let's unhide it and let's take this one and hide it for now. So we're going to take this, let's go into front view and go into edit mode. I want us to take this edge over here and move it a little bit up. So we're going to take all of this from here to down here. Select this, hold control and select the one at the bottom. And move this up in the Z axis a little bit until it matches right there. So let me just move that up the Z axis until it matches right there like that. And I'm going to go to the top view. In fact, let me take this one and move that down a little bit like that. Yeah. So take these ones again. Let's go to the top view. We're also going to move it out in this axis to kind of match this curvature here. So we're going to move it in the X axis to about somewhere here. Take these ones over here as well, all of this. Move it in the X axis a little bit. Do the same thing here. Move it in the X axis until it falls on it. Yeah, that is good. So let's move it down the Z axis a little bit more, like that. Let me go to the top view. I'm going to take all of this again. Let's move it in a little bit more. I'm trying to capture this curvature here. And just move it in. Yeah, so I think that should be good. That should be really good. Right, now let's get onto the side view and wireframe. Alright, that is looking good. Let's just make sure we don't have any imperfections on the surface here, which we don't. So I think that is good. Alright, so let's hide that again. I'll press Alt and H. No, let's click here instead. I didn't want to use the Alt and H because Alt and H will unhide everything that has been hidden here. So let's unhide this one now. Nice. So the shrink wrap is still working right now. So you can see this was the initial position and now it moved it up a little bit for us. But let's try to move these vertices here a little bit close to the surface here, because then when it's too far away from it like that, the line isn't that accurate. Like it doesn't really follow it that accurately. Okay, so it is trying to, what shrink wrap does is taking this and moving it to the nearest surface. So if this one is too far from the surface, then what it does is it just projects it in this direction, and then you can see that the edges are not really that straight. If you can pay attention to the side, you can notice it right here. So what we have to do is to just take all of this here and move it up in the Z axis. Let's go to the front view. Let's move it up in the Z axis until it gets here, and then in the X axis till it gets there. And you can see that folds on it very nicely. So I'm going to do the same with this side. Oh, I don't think we have to do the same with this side, pretty much. It kind of lines with it. Unless, let me just move this up. So let me deselect all of this, and then I'm going to move this up to kind of match it like that. Go back into solid, and yeah, so I'm going to dissolve some of the vertices here, like this one. So I'm going to dissolve this vertex, including that one. First, let's select this and dissolve it. Select that and dissolve it. Let me go into wireframe. So I'm going to select all of these here, all of them, and I'm going to move it out until it falls on the surface like that. So that is good. Let me go into wireframe real quick. I'm going to take this one, press G twice and slide it down until it's that close to it like that. And now in here we're going to press Ctrl and R. Scroll up until we have two cuts. Left click and then right click to confirm it. Alright, so that is looking good. Now we are going to, you can see when we move this close to the surface now, it fixes that curve now. It's pretty straight now and good looking. So that was what I was going for. I was trying to achieve in the whole thing like that. So that is looking good. Really good. Okay, so let's move on. So I'm going to get to the side view now, and let's what do we do next? Yeah, so let's copy the shrink wrap modifier and apply one of them to bring all of the vertices to the surface like that. So you can see we have a little bit of a problem here because these ones are moving, they're a little bit sort of zigzag, and I want us to straighten that out real nicely. So here's what we're going to do. Let's take all of this. Remember, let's not take the ones that go beyond this one. So let's take all of this from here to here and press G twice, then press E and move that to, no, I don't think we, okay, let's just slide them out one by one. So let's just slide them manually one by one. Let me just select everything so I can see it. Let me move this out in a y-axis a little bit. Nice. So I'm going to take this, press G twice, slide it here, take this one, slide this there, and that's looking good. It's looking good right now. So I don't know, maybe we should dissolve this middle edges here. Let's dissolve both of this and let's just put one in there. So just put one vertex in there. I don't know if one is enough. You know, let's just keep the two. Just keep the two like that. Let me just do this, dissolve them and add in a new one. Like that. Now let's copy and apply the shrinkwrap modifier again. So that is looking way much better now. Except I have to slide these away a little bit more. So slide this away to here. Select this, slide it away to there. Take this one, slide it away a little bit like that. And let's take this, slide this in here a little bit. Slide that one in there a little bit. And just take this, mellow it out like that. Take this, press G twice and move it in like that. So that is okay for the topology, I guess. That should be good enough. So what I'm going to do now is to copy it and apply one last time the shrinkwrap modifier. Alright, that is looking good. Let's get onto the side view. I don't know what happened to this one, but this is not supposed to be up like that. So let's just scale it in the Z axis. Press period and select active element. So press S and then Z and type in 0. And press enter. Like that. Alright. So let's finish this area now. We're going to take this and yeah, let's get onto the side view. One more thing I want to do is to take this. Let's separate out these vertices a little bit more because I can see the sides are more rounded than what we have right now. So let me just separate them out a little bit more. Select this, press G twice and separate it like that. These two, press G twice and let's move it away a little bit more like that. Go over to the other side. Let's do the same over there. Separate it, select this, press G twice. Okay, hold on. Yeah, select this, G twice, slide it down, slide this down, up, slide this here, select this, G twice, slide it away, select this, G twice, slide it away. So that should be good now. So let's take all of this, press F to fill in the faces, and press I to insert the faces to about, say, there. Should be good. Let me go into wireframe real quick. Yeah, so that is good. You can see it's lining with it very perfectly. So that is what we wanted to get. So let me just go back into solid. I'm going to select this and delete the faces. Press X and delete the faces. So let's move this out in the X axis. You can see nothing is happening because right now it is shrink wrapping all of the vertices on top of it. So what we're going to do is to go into the object data buttons here. And we're going to add in a new vertex group by clicking on this plus sign here. And with this one selected, all of the edges that we have selected here, press remove. And now press in Ctrl and I, and of course deselect the outer edges. I don't know why that is happening. Okay, so let's select all of this and hide it, and select all of this and assign them to the group like that. Press Alt and H, make sure this one is removed, of course. And now let's go back to the modifier tab and load in that vertex group like that. So that is what I was looking to have, but right now it is moving out too much, so I'm going to send it in a little bit more, and that is good. Let's send it in a little bit more because it is not too out. I think that is good. I want to change the markup right now because right now we know the reflection is accurate. So right now what we're looking for is to try to get the bevel, and that is hard to find. I mean, that is hard to monitor in the red reflective markup. So you can see, comparing it with this side here, I think we still need a little bit more bevel. So let me just take this one, all of this. I'm gonna press G twice and move it away. Just move it away towards the exterior one like that. So I think that is good. That should be good enough now. I don't know, maybe I should move it out a little bit. Yeah, so pretty sure that is looking good now, unless I may have extruded it out too much, but I think, yeah, that is about it. So let's see if we can, let me just press period and choose bounding box for this one, and let me see, maybe S and Z, and scale it down the Z axis a little bit more to make the upper one more mellow. I mean, give it more space than the ones on the sides. So that should be looking good. Let me just move it up the Z axis a little bit. And yeah, so we're going to take this and press F and then press I to insert the faces again to about there. Let me make sure this is going through very well, and it is. So now press X and delete the faces like that. Go in here, press Ctrl and R, move this up to the very edge here, press E to align it with it like that, move it close in like that. Alright, so because this one, I think it is assigning it more to, it has an assignment to the object data buttons right now. So we have to remove it from the object data buttons to sort of take care of this problem we are having here, because as you can see, it kind of dips in before coming out. So in order to get rid of that, just click on remove and remove that one from the object data buttons. I mean the vertex group. And why that one was assigned to it was because it was, I mean, we added that in between an assigned vertex group here, I mean an assigned edge loop here and an unassigned edge loop here. So it's going to assign these vertices here that we added in by some amount, by some weight to this over here. So it's not going to apply it at a full 1. It's going to maybe apply it at maybe 0.5 to that one. That was why we were having that problem. So in order to get rid of it, just remove it from the vertex group like that. And that is looking good. That is looking really good. So I don't know, maybe we can add one more in here, and then let's just remove that. I'm not sure. No, that is a bad idea. Let's remove it from it. So with that done, I'm not gonna get in here. Press E, add one more on the inner area there. I don't know if you should add one more over here as well. Press E and then F. Let's see how that might look. So remove, and well, it's not looking too good. So let's dissolve that edge. We'll keep this only. Yeah, so that is looking better. I'm not sure. Let's just change this to reflective markup real quick and let's see what we have. Yeah, we're definitely having some problems over here. Some few problems. Now, I don't know if this will work, but let's try this real quick. Let me change this back to the reflective one. And let's go in here, add in another edge loop through the middle here. And let's select this and remove that. Now, removing that kind of made the edges sharp. We don't want that. So let's reassign that. And let's change the weight to 0.5. And let's assign this again. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know if... I'm not so sure, but... yeah, okay, let's add one in here. Remove it from the vertex group. Like this. And yeah, let's take this one and remove it again and see. Now it looks good right now, but as you can see, the bevel just isn't too smooth, but we want it to be very, very smooth. That's what I'm trying to get right now, but it's been a little bit of a problem. So let's dissolve this edge. We're going to keep it like this for now. I mean, it's not that bad. So let's keep it like this for now. The only problem is we have these lines over here. When you change it to the reflective one, you'll notice there are lines. If I zoom in right here, you'll notice there are lines here, like it's sort of, Yeah, a little bit like that. So I'm not sure, but we'll just keep it that way. Just keep it like that for now. Alright, now let's move on into solidifying this thing. Now we want to solidify this, but not the area in here. Okay, so if we add in the solidify, if this place is whole like that, if we add in the solidify modifier right now, let me just minimize this and minimize that. If I add in the solidify modifier right now, you can see it adds the solidify to those in here as well. So in order to prevent that, let's just press F over this side for now, so that the solidify doesn't go through there. And in order for the solidify to work, we need edge loops close to the lip of every area of the mesh, right? Of the object. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to show you what I mean. So press Ctrl and R through here, press E and then F to align it with the outside one, and then move it very close to it like that. That's what we're looking for. So that is looking good. Yeah. So we'll do the same thing down here. Ctrl and R, press E and then F to align with the bottom. Move it close to it like that. Do the same here. E. Move it close to it like that. Let's move on over here. Let's do the same here. Press E. Move it close to it like that. And where else? Yeah, right here. So Ctrl and R, press E. Move it close like that. Anywhere else? No, I think that's it. Alright. Select this edge now. We're going to extrude that out a little bit. So let me just get onto the side real quick. Press F. Let's hit I to insert the faces. I'm not sure, maybe a little bit like that. Something like that should be pretty good. Press X and delete the faces. Faces, yeah. Now press Ctrl and R through here, press X and delete those vertices. So let's select this one and this one. Let's press period and change the pivot point to active element. Press S and then Z and type in 0. Or instead, let's share this in the y-axis. Let's share this in the y-axis. No, rather let's take this G twice and let's press C, yeah, so that we can move it down like that. Go into wireframe, select this, press G twice. Let's move that up. Let's go over to the other side and do the same thing there. So select this, press G twice and then C, move it down until it lines up with it. Takes this one G twice, slide it there. Now let's take all of this. Let's go into solid view, and I'm going to remove this from the vertex group real quick. So I'm going to remove it from this one. I'm going to move it out. I don't know if that is good enough, but let's move it out a little bit more. And let's press period and change the active element to boundary box and scale this. I don't know, is that a good idea? Let's get onto the side view. Scale it in a little bit like that. I'll move it down the Z axis a little bit more like that. That might be too much. G and then Z. Move that up a little bit. I'm not so sure. Alright, so that looks good. I think that is about it. That's about it. So let's just fix things up a little bit by going in here. Press G twice. Let's make this more diagonal. Or maybe we could just keep it there instead. Not sure. Now let's make it diagonal. So let's press G twice and then G twice and then C. Let's make this diagonal. Same applies to this. Make it diagonal. Like that. Alright, so that is looking good. So we're going to get rid of this edge loop in the middle here. Let's dissolve that one. Let's press Ctrl and R through here, press E, and let's move that close to the side instead for the solidify. So E, and let's move that close in. I don't know, maybe we will have to remove it from the vertex group as well, but I'm not sure. Right now it is looking good already, so we'll keep it like that. Now let's add in the solidify again. So let's get in here. Let's add in the solidify. So add in the solidify modifier. solidify, modify, and now let's drop the thickness down to 0.00. I think the thickness, the 0.005 was too much. Let's use something like 0.003 maybe. Yeah, so 0.003 looks better. I'm not sure about you guys, but that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with 0.003 or 0.0035. Yeah, so 0.0035 looks about good to me. I'm gonna keep it at 0.0035, and I'm gonna apply this solidify real quick. I'll get in here, press Ctrl and R through here, Ctrl and R through here, left click, right click, press H to hide it. Select all of these vertices on the back now. Did I not hide all this? Ctrl and R through here, press H to hide it, and select all of this. How come it's selecting the whole thing? Oh right, okay. I think it's because of this side. So let's press Ctrl and R through here. We could just, let's do this instead. Press Ctrl Z, select this, press period to zoom in. And let's take all of these edges here. Press X and delete that vertex. No. Press Ctrl and plus. Deselect this one. Deselect that one. And now we have the one on the inside selected. So press X and delete those vertices. Very nice. I'm going to select the one on the inside as well. And I'm going to delete that one as well. Till we have it there. Like that. So let's go back here, press Ctrl and R through there. Okay, we already hit that, so we don't need to do that again. So we just press L and move that, select all of that, go into the object data buttons. And let's remove this from this vertex group and assign it to this one, like this. So that is working nice. So let's press, I don't know what is it. Let's select these two here. And let's remove them from the vertex group. Let's select this one and assign it at 0.5 to that one. So assign, I'm not sure, it's a 0.5. Let's dissolve that and add it in again. Dissolve the edges. Yeah, and then let's just, okay, press Alt and H. I'm not sure. Let's click on this. And let's go over to the other side where it ends, which is here. Let's zoom in, hold Control and click on that. Why is it doing that? Hold Control and let me just zoom in real quick. Okay, I don't know what is going on right now, but let's dissolve the whole edge here. So dissolve all of it and let's add in a new one through here. Let's move it up to about there, and I think that helps kind of. Yeah, but let's select this and remove it from both vertex group. I think we already did that. So why is this happening? Why is this happening? I think it might be because now we changed the solidify to 0.0035. So let's change the modifier here, the offset here to 0.0035 instead of 0.005. So 0.0035 should be good, like that. Right now I don't know why this is happening, but hopefully that doesn't cause too much problem because it's on the inside. So let's just move on. Let me dissolve this edge and add it back in again. Let's remove it from both vertex group again. Remove and remove. And let's hide that. Okay, that is good. Maybe. Alright, now let's press Alt and H, and like we did before, let's press Alt and S, and then let's move this out a little bit like that. I think that worked out through it all. I think maybe just bring it out a little bit more. Okay, that might be too much. Let's undo it. So about there, let's go over to this side, make sure it's looking good everywhere. Alright Alright, good. Let's select these two and remove them. I don't know what is going on over there. Select these two as well and remove them. Alright, so that fixed it a little bit. Let's try doing the same thing over here. Let's see what happens. So let's select these two here and remove them. Alright, so that fixed it. Much better. Alright, now what we're going to do is to take this one like we did before. Take the middle edge loop. We're going to wireframe. Take the middle edge loop, which is this one. And we're going to go into... Let's remove it from both vertex group first. And let's send this to 1. Assign it. Select this. Change it to 0.5. And assign it as well. So that gives us that nice edge over there. So we have to remove the ones in the middle here in order to avoid this problem going on here. So select this one, hold control and select that one. And let's remove it from both vertex group real quick. Like that. Just to fix that. Let's go over here as well. Remove it from both vertex group real quick. Like that. That fixes it. Looks much better now, I guess. Maybe we should assign this. I'm not sure. Let's assign it and see. No, that doesn't work. So why is this happening? Because that doesn't look good. Let me see, maybe if we remove this from the vertex group here. Yeah. And let's remove this one as well. Yeah, so that definitely gives us something good. So that is looking good now. Let's try doing the same thing to the opposite side because I'm sure it has the same problem. Let's move in here. Select this 1, 2, 3. Remove them from both vertex group. And let's select this one. Remove it. I think it's in the top one. So remove it from that one. Select this one and remove that one as well. Select this one. Remove it from the bottom one. Okay, it's already removed. And yeah, so let's select all the ones in the middle here because clearly the shrinkwrap didn't get, the shrinkwrap guide didn't get all the way there. So let's select all that, hold control, select all of this and remove them from both vertex group so that it fixes that area nicely like that. Alright, so I guess that is looking good. Now you can go ahead and delete all the other vertices on the inside here, but I will keep it in there. I mean, it will count into creating more vertices as you see down here. The vertex count will increase, but I don't really mind. You guys can delete it if you want to and leave it all the way to the lip here instead, because all that area is not going to be visible. So that is up to you. That is your choice. Do whatever you want and make it look good. So yeah, so that does it for this, and that will do it for this video. So I'll see you guys. Let me just check this out real quick. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video.